What is happening, guys? Fallen from OTB here, coming from a very special opportunity we have had. We sent over 20 of our guys from OTB over to this clan, Thirst for Blood, an awesome group of guys that we just had the luxury of playing 2 wars with them. I think we all can say we had a really good time together. We played one of the best clans in the world just 2 wars ago, and then our last war will be the one that we're going to take a look at here. Gonna rep just an awesome record from Thirst for Blood here. These guys have been really good and are just absolutely rocking their war log. Really good job to everyone, and a bunch of really cool guys as well. So it's cool to have a group to play with that can get the job done and also be, you see these attitudes these days of a lot of elitist players that are just not very fun to play with, and these guys are just nothing but humble and like to have a good time. So we're gonna jump into this video of our last war. Bear with me as I get this pulled up here. I also have getting rid of a little bit of a cold here, so it might sound a little rough from time to time. But we're gonna jump into this last war, and and let's get in here right away. JMM. I hope that's cool if I call you that. Sorry about the names going forward here. As we're looking at a base like this, I kind of pick these attacks that we're looking at today are different styles of attacks. So there are so many people who deserve to have their own showcase on here. But for the interest of each different type of attack, I wanted to kind of keep things, a variety of different attacks here. So we have seen lately the Zapquake option has been an awesome choice for any of those bases where the town hall's on the outside. Here we're starting that warden here along the outside, picking off those defenses. We're gonna get in that flinger here. We'll start very soon. Keep in mind that flinger's job is just to take out that town hall and see how far it can kind of move up on the base, and we'll also be there to do some cleanup. We did make sure that there were no traps or anything like that the flinger would run into by running that warden by there. So we're just going to clean out that area and immediately move forward here and get that P.E.K.K.A down at the bottom to kind of set that pathing. Typically King can kind of tend to walk around the outside as well, which is definitely fine. Also help absorb some of that damage as well from those other troops. And of course the E-Titans, which have been doing, they've been a great part of most strat that is out right now. These strats are very strong with the Titans, especially because they handle any traps, the CC, minions, or they're so tanky. They're just like P.E.K.K.As with a damage aura that I think people can enjoy so much. You can watch them going through poisons so easily. Terrible against walls, but you will find that any bases that do have openings, you're going to really get the payment from that. They're going to sit there and tank multi-infernos. They can tank everything except for the monoliths or heroes, for that matter. But we have everything staying together. Nice little push around the outside there. That is really nice. He saved that jump for a later time, which is a really good practice. That's the point of these videos as well, that like I have done with OTB. The whole point of my videos is to kind of point out a good practice and good teaching for people who are looking to learn these strats. So it may sound like I'm talking with children sometimes, but it really is just kind of pointing out some of these really strong features of the attacks and why they work so well. You can see that trap was triggered there, right where the town hall used to be. The E-Titans, just with their aura, they just they take out any of those traps immediately. Any of those single unit troops with no health, witches, minions, lava hounds. It's just so nice to take them out. So this was a fantastic job here. So this base was used quite often. It is a popular base because it does stop other attacks. This base was used a lot in this war and kind of generally is used often. But I'm not going to be able to show everything because there are so many people who did great attacks with this. Here we have another situation. So I chose this because you see a lot of these Town Hall teaser bases, and they've got all those chunky defenses down by the town hall, and a lot of the times people are afraid to push their troops forward. Sometimes people are just dumb about it and do not push their troops correctly, because you have to have a plan to make it to that town hall with plenty of HP in your troops and the damage to be able to get down that town hall and kind of operate in that final square there. So sure enough, we're gonna see that a flinger is going to be best used. Amazing use for that flinger over there at the 3 o'clock area. We're going to get all those defenses taken care over there. We're going to eliminate that threat for the single target Inferno, and also that single target damage there from the Warden defense is going to do a lot of damage to any troops coming up there, especially Titans. We're going to start that attack when everything assumptively will be going down when they get within range. So this is to prevent the time fail from happening. These attacks can take a long time, so you have to try and prevent any time fail possible and get things moving quickly. And notice how everything moves together. So there's such a flow to all these troops that move together. Keep in mind there are the poison towers that did drop in there. These troops are able to handle it with ease. We were able to take out that Inferno over there. The troops are still staying together, and a nice late usage there of the Warden ability. And now we get into that last back part of the base with technically 4 freezes at the time. These will be used greatly, and we will see when that clan castle or when the flinger there pops, there's going to be a whole bunch of hogs that come out of there. And I thought this was hilarious. I was watching this real time and seeing those hogs come out, and they all just bum rushed the town hall. That was like one of the funniest things to see, because it's like, yeah, they would either be able to take care of those outside defenses if things didn't push so fortunately as they did there. Those hogs just run right at the town hall. We took advantage of those freezes as well to make sure that they could get there with plenty of time to get the kill. They didn't live any longer, so it was a journey to get there. But then we're gonna see all these Titans up top here as we speed it up a little bit. All those Titans are up top, and still plenty of health, and frankly, they would have given it a good run for its money toward the town hall just themselves. But those hogs are definitely the heroes for the day. Oh God, I don't want to be a dick, but I'm just gonna show mine, because I don't get the opportunity to do La Luna attacks very often, again, on these bases that are trying to push away, or trying to welcome attacks from the opposite end. However, he stacked everything together on the town hall. So we did something again that I really don't have the opportunity to use much, which is a lava hound to lead into the blimp bomb here. Also, we're working around that poison tower, so things do get a little bit dangerous, and we want to make sure that we keep the invisibility spells on top of those troops as quickly as possible, so that poison does not pop on top of the troops. Because we are committing every spell except for one freeze, which is very strategically used. I love to use La Luna. It's my favorite attack when I can make it work, but I'm just not as talented as some of these people who can just constantly use it. So we got everything. We got the 27% gain there, and we're going to be able to push those troops around toward the right 3 o'clock area, and they're going to have free roam with those troops that are alive currently over there. Everything's going to push without a problem. We'll get a baby dragon up there as well. That's going to kind of help with that pathing, make sure everything pushes forward that way. And the goal is to make the La Lune, by the time those troops get over to that scatter shot over there, we want those heroes to be kind of soaking up all of that damage in the hero and maybe the Warden. So we're starting this La Lune kind of slow rolling here from the bottom. Then we get everything moving together. We have the Warden set for the direction that we want to go. We're going to drop a couple of those to take out that Queen. The headhunters are down. We want to hang on to the ability as long as possible, because there's not a lot of multi-target damage coming in here. So we want to get that, and as soon as that comes up, we're going to pop the Warden ability to make sure that we have a plan there for that multi-Inferno tower. Meanwhile, as planned, we have that scatter that is absorbing all of the damage from the heroes, which they were able to take out themselves, and we lost like 4 balloons total as everything has moved forward and been able to take out all these big defenses. Once again, I just love the opportunity to be able to use this. It's not usable for every attack. I wish I could say that there was a choice to use, a troop comp to use every attack, but we're never that fortunate, are we? Maybe with Titans, there's one variation or another. So, anyways, didn't want to be a jerk, but I did want to get that in there. We're going to go to number 9. We're just going to show maybe 3 more. It's not going to be a long vid, so this attack is really nice too. Where's my Wainer? A good question. So this is kind of a base that he chose not to go with the blimp bomb here. I think that's cool. That's totally fine. I think it's perfect to get that combo of the Titans and the Super Bowlers. I think this is a perfect base for either or both of those options. Plenty of room for the flinger down at the 9 o'clock area. To be able to pick off those defenses. We do take a little bit of damage to that mortar that's down there, but you will see that those troops are able to clean up, eventually get over to that Eagle artillery before it becomes an issue with the amount of damage that it's dealing. As we have that warden down there at 6 o'clock, it's taking out some really heavy buildings and defenses here, and it's really tough because once you get stuck on a collector of some kind, especially when there's a builder trying to repair it, it is smart to commit that rage to make sure we get that damage in, make sure we don't go for a time fail. We've opened up the area now well enough that we have a very clear pathing for where those troops are going to go. Here's my problem is when we try and deploy these troops like this, I can never get my healers to catch up to where the rest of the attack force is coming in. So that's something I just got to figure out myself. But here they do a really good job. Things do kind of get ahead early, and we want to make sure that they don't take damage super early. But then those healers will lock on to the things that are running to the core. For the most part, that is the case here, of course, led by the E-Titans. They're doing just an awesome job in the core right there. It'd be tempting to use the Warden ability, and yes, sure enough, we are going to use it there. I think that was the right place to use it, because that is a lot of damage, and you want to be able to have those things take out. The Super Bowlers got there to be the heroes on the back end to get that scatter and the monolith. That's the smartest thing, and then have a plan for that town hall as well. If you're going to be hitting it from a side, it's perfect, because then you're not going to trace so many troops through there. If it's going to be Titans, then that's your best bet right there. But then he was able to kind of come in with the Royal Champ and get her to clean up those outside defenses and basically clean up the rest of the base with ease. Save the Queen ability as well. That is beautiful. These guys are super fun too. We were doing FCs with them constantly, and it was just really fun to watch everyone trying new strats. A lot of people here, I think collectively, we were all trying new strats that just were not common, or at least they were new to us. So I think we can respect that. So two more here, guys. Now I'm so sorry, man. My main contact of Thirst here, Agerager, or Agerager. I'm sorry, dude, if I got that name wrong. I apologize. Here he's coming in with, he's doing that option where you run the Titans kind of around the outside of the base, or just kind of walk them around the duration of the base. Open up with a blimp bomb here. Super archers are still just as useful as ever, as long as you can find a good purpose for them. He did the full commit with the super archers, which I think is a really smart idea. It took them a little while to like get around to getting these important defenses down, but sure enough, when you're going full commit, you have plenty of time, as long as you don't lose them and get them stuck in a trap or something like that. But sure enough, here we are working around the outside. A nice start here. Queen and a Titan working its way around. We're going to slowly feed in those healers and the Titans at the same time. Bust those walls open. Allow that huge portion of space for those troops to walk through. And there's going to be a lot of chunky defenses down there. So to start the king with the witches is a very practical option. When trying to set pathing and just kind of establish that pathing there for those troops. The Titans are super tanky. They will do their job. They don't need too much healing. But when you're going through all those defenses, it's kind of a smart idea to do that. Gonna take a quick drink here as we're slowly rolling around. Yep, so that's a really good ability right there too. Keep in mind that he also was able to run Warden with that group, which I think in a lot of cases saves it. I think with things like La Lune, or with these Titans, I think it is super important that when you get to those trouble spots, Warden's going to be there to bail them out, not only providing the health, but of course the Warden ability. We're slowly going to get the pick there on that scatter. I think that was a pretty crucial pick because those Titans do not move inward well at all. Which, as you can see here, the Titans are just so strong. They're going to be able to tank everything. Queen is just slowly working her way there from the inside. She'd eventually get there if she needed to. I'm sure you might lose witches here, but you're not going to be losing Titans to Multifernos. There's no threat. There's nothing that is stopping them at all, and they're able to just slow walk their way to victory here. So that's an awesome job, man. Great attacker as well, among many here at Thirst for Blood. Sweet job, man. Was that 15? Okay, so this is the last one, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't do better. I wanted to do better for everyone, but this should be good enough. Tomcat, here we go. Number 29. Here I like to use this other La Lune. This was a little bit of a closer one, if that's what you want to call it. But as you can see, this is a base that really is kind of a tease kind of style base. They really are trying to prevent air coming from the opposite end. If you can't tell by the air buffers and the air defense right there. But he does a really smart thing here, starting the Warden, clean out those defenses. This allows them to kind of get better value from the loons. When he does deploy the loons here, they're going to be able to take out that Inferno Tower, which is the biggest bane to any type of La Lune situation. And not only that, but we're going to get a good angle and be able to take out the Monolith, the scatter shot, and I think the not only the town hall, but I'm pretty sure he's able to take out the single target Inferno as well, which is just fine. You're never going to say no to that opportunity, even if it is single target for La Lune. But yeah, indeed, you are looking for things that are not going to do a lot of splash damage, and so by taking out this portion of the base, this is eliminating, assuming we have a plan for those the other scatter shot and the Multiferno, that means that here we have a clean shot at taking out that back end, and maybe not great for dragons with all those air defenses and everything, but you'd have an opportunity to use loons and just kind of La Lune that back end there. So once again, we're starting Queen down here. There's so much space. You know that those troops are going to be able to make it up to the scatter shot just because of all that HP that he has with these heroes. I forgot what the plan was with King. I thought it was to come in with them. But anyways, they're able to tank long enough here. We got some sneaky gobs coming in to help pave the road here for them, especially after they're able to tank. And sure enough, so King comes in just a little bit later. That's totally fine. Sometimes smart to run the King a little bit behind and try and save up on his health. And a nice choice right there. I'm pretty sure that that got him the kill over here. So really smart to hang on to that here. When you've gotten your full value on your Blimp Bomb, whether it was his plan or not, we start the La Lune up top. Plan or not, hang on to those invisibility spells if you get the opportunity to. If you've gotten all the value that you need, then there's no purpose going forward. Now, keep in mind, this is the huge anti-air portion of the base, so you're going to be taking a lot of losses over here. But the whole theory is that those hounds are there to scan for traps, and those loons are just going to clean everything up. They're not going to be able to keep up with the mass amount of loons that are coming in, not to mention the King is still alive. So everything is going just fine right there. We got the pups and the minions there to clean up everything and do the job slowly but surely there at the end. Again, my biggest regret is that I couldn't do more of a longer video or another video. Like I said, we got just absolutely blasted from the last clan. This is like some of the best guys I've ever seen. So, anyways, you guys, hopefully we'll be able to have the opportunity. Thank you so much to this crew here. Give them one last some screen time. Thirst for Blood. Thank you so much for having us, guys, and we had a great time. So hope to see you guys again here in the future. I have a feeling we will, and hope to do another video as well. So you guys take care, and this is Fallen from OTB signing off.